and major drug trafficking. He's one of hundreds of alleged top criminals arrested in raids across the country.
That is the only word that captures what a genuinely coordinated international strike against a continental drug cartel looks like. Not a dawn raid on one city, not a search warrant on one address. 5 countries, 1 action day, 49 arrests across France, Spain, Belgium, the Netherlands, and the United Arab Emirates, and more than 30 tons of cocaine, product sourced in South America, shipped into European ports including Barcelona, Valencia, and Algeciras, and destined in significant quantities for British streets, seized before it reached its next distribution point. A British man on the Costa del Sol, operating a construction company as cover for laundering the network's proceeds, arrested with NCA liaison officers present alongside the Spanish Guardia Civil, and the network's leader, another British national, detained in Dubai, having fled Spain following a kidnap attempt, directing the operation's final movements from a UAE hotel before British intelligence closed the net. That is the operation the NCA describes in its own published case file. A Europol-led multinational strike producing 49 arrests and more than 30 tons of cocaine seized across 5 countries. The Calais Cartel's HQ is not a building. It is a logistics architecture that runs from Colombian fields through Spanish ports, through Belgian warehouses to British distribution networks. And Britain is striking every node of it simultaneously, with partners across Europe, in the most sustained international offensive against cocaine supply the UK has ever mounted. Before we go through every layer of what that means, the 30 tons, the British leaders at the top, the new international working group Britain is now hosting, and what the £2 billion figure actually represents, let's be honest, nobody joins these operations into one picture. That's why British Front Media exists. Subscribe now. Reason number 1, a Europol-led operation involving the NCA produced 49 arrests and 30 tons of cocaine seized across France, Spain, Belgium, the Netherlands, and the UAE, with 2 British nationals identified as the money launderer and the cartel's operational leader. The Europol-led operation saw 49 arrests in France, Spain, Belgium, the Netherlands, and the United Arab Emirates, with more than 30 tons of cocaine seized. The group smuggled cocaine from South America to Europe via ports including Barcelona, Valencia, and Algeciras. NCA international liaison officers worked with the Spanish Guardia Civil to identify a British man living on the Costa del Sol as the group's money launderer, setting up a construction business specifically to conceal the criminal origin of the profits. A second British national, believed to be the group's operational leader, was arrested in Dubai, having fled the Costa del Sol following a kidnap attempt, and is understood to have been directing and coordinating the group's criminal activities remotely from the UAE. 2 British nationals, one laundering through property and construction on Spain's south coast, one running the operation from Dubai. The drugs were moving through French and Belgian distribution points. The money was moving through Spanish construction accounts and UAE banking. And the criminal architecture connecting all of it was dismantled in a single action day. 30 tons of cocaine has a conservative street value in the UK at standard cutting ratios of well over £2 billion. That is not an inflation of the number. That is the arithmetic of the market and revenue and customs. Reason number 2. In October 2025, the NCA hosted a new international working group specifically targeting Western Balkans cocaine networks, the groups that control the transshipment of South American cocaine through Calais and into Britain. Britain is not just operating reactively against individual seizures, it is building an institutional architecture to permanently target the highest tier of the cocaine supply chain, and the groups that dominate that tier are fully identified. The NCA in October 2025 announced the formation of a new international law enforcement working group that will enhance collaboration, share intelligence, and pursue a prioritized list of high-value Western Balkans targets. The NCA hosted the working group's launch in March 2026. NCA Deputy Director Kate Appleby confirmed the strategic purpose. The group will harness some of the best subject matter experts in the world and will focus its efforts on disrupting those OCGs involved in the source-to-street supply of cocaine, such as their grip on global cocaine supply. Western Balkans drugs groups pose a threat across Europe and to South American nations where bloodshed and murder are inseparable from cocaine production and trafficking. The Calais Cartel is not Albanian, not Spanish, not Colombian in isolation. It is a joint venture between South American producers, Western Balkans logistics networks, and British distribution organisations, operating through the port infrastructure of northern France. Britain is now targeting it with a working group built specifically to reach it at every node simultaneously. Reason number 3. In November 2025, Sky ECC Decryption produced 24 arrests across France, Italy, Albania, and Switzerland, with 6 warehouses of cocaine uncovered and evidence of a supply chain running from South American ports through northern Europe. The encrypted communications takedown model that produced Operation Venetic's 2,437 UK convictions from EncroChat is being replicated against European networks. A 5-year Eurojust coordinated investigation using decrypted Sky ECC messages, phone interceptions, and controlled deliveries produced 24 arrests in Italy, France, Albania, and Switzerland in November 2025. Targeting a network that trafficked over 1,300 kilograms of cocaine directly from South America through northern European ports. The cocaine, once it cleared European ports, was transported concealed in trucks and stored in 6 warehouses across Italy before being distributed further. €3 million was seized on the action day, with a further €550,000 in cash, vehicles, and 130 kilograms of drugs seized in earlier phases of the operation. And in June 2026, 3 weeks ago, Belgian and French investigators dismantled a further international drug trafficking network in a separate Eurojust coordinated operation, with arrests across both countries. The intelligence infrastructure behind these strikes is continuous, not episodic. Every encrypted platform compromised produces prosecutions measured in years of prior communications. Reason number 4, the NCA and international partners seized 230 tons of Class A drugs, mostly cocaine, in 2025 alone, with a UK street value of over £18 billion. The £2 billion represents what one network was moving toward Britain. The 30 tons in the Europol multinational operation must be understood inside the broadest context of what the NCA is interdicting globally. NCA Director General Chris Faramond confirmed at the 2026 National Strategic Assessment launch that the NCA and international partners seized a staggering 230 tons of Class A drugs in 2025, mostly cocaine, with a UK street value of over £18 billion. The UK cocaine market is the largest in Europe, valued at £4 billion per year by NCA calculation. A single network moving 30 tons toward European distribution, with British nationals at its summit, accounts for product that, fully distributed and sold at street rates across the UK, would generate well over £2 billion in criminal revenue across the supply chain from import to final sale. The NCA's own intelligence confirms that cocaine production in South America is at a record high, wholesale prices at a historic low, meaning the cartels can afford to lose 30 tons, absorb the financial hit, and continue operations. What they cannot absorb is losing the British leadership tier, the men who built the money laundering structures, the distribution contacts, and the banking relationships, which is precisely where the NCA's international liaison work is now specifically targeted. Reason number 5. A criminal family was caught in June 2026 smuggling £30 million in cash to the UAE in suitcases, exposing the financial exit route that every major British-connected cartel uses to move drug profits offshore. The cocaine money does not stay in Britain. It leaves the country through routes that are now fully documented, and the most recent case before this operation was confirmed just weeks ago. In June 2026, the NCA confirmed that a criminal family and their associates had smuggled almost £30 million in cash out of the UK to the United Arab Emirates, hidden in suitcases, UAE, the same destination where the Europol operations cartel leader was arrested after fleeing Spain. The same jurisdiction that has appeared in the NCA's Heathrow gold seizure cases, in the Operation Venetic money laundering chain, and in the financial exit routes of every significant British-connected drug network the NCA has prosecuted in the last 5 years. The UAE's combination of stable banking, minimal extradition agreements with the UK for financial crime, and an international property and construction market capable of absorbing hundreds of millions in opaque investment has made it the cartel's preferred financial financial terminal, and British nationals are central to running that terminal. Britain struck the Calais Cartel. The operation worked. The 49 arrests are real. The 30 tons are real. The British leaders in custody are real. And the network's investors, its South American suppliers, and its replacement leadership tier are already calculating how quickly they can rebuild the route, because the demand has not moved, the market has not closed, and the profit from what gets through continues to make everything that gets seized worth the operational cost. Subscribe to British Front Media.